universe says $1 equals to $1 million. Which one are you going to choose? What I mean by this is the universe is saying, I could give you $1, I could give you $1 million. For me, both are the same. Which one do you want to manifest? Hey guys, welcome to the Awakened Reality. The universe says $1 equals to $1 million. The universe says one small hut equals to one mansion. The universe says one small thing equals to many of those things. Maybe one small shoe equals to 1,000 pairs of shoes. Which one do you want to manifest? What that means is that universe is saying that, hey, whatever you think of, you are creating your reality, okay? And when you're creating your reality, you can manifest $1, you can manifest $1 million, you can manifest $100,000, or you can manifest $10,000. It doesn't even matter. But when you manifest it, you should be able to receive it. Because in my eyes, everything is the same. Me, as in the universe, is saying, in my eyes, the universe is saying, in my eyes, everything is the same. Kris, I'll give you whatever you want. I'll give you whatever you want. But you should be in the vibration of receiving it. So which one are you going to choose, Kris? That's what the universe told me, and it's probably telling you too. So any object is manifestable. This is a new word. Is manifestable, as in you can have anything that you want. Okay, you can have anything that you want. You can have a house in Beverly Hills, or you can live in a hut. Whatever you want, a small hut. Whatever you want, you can have $100 in your pocket, or you can have $10,000 in your pocket. Whatever you want, you can manifest. You can manifest it. You can create it. You can have it for yourself. But you have to choose into. You have to shift into the vibration. First, you have to choose that you want to manifest that. And number two, you have to shift into the vibration of receiving that. That's very, very key. You have to shift into the vibration of receiving that. What I mean by shift into the vibration of receiving that is, number one, you should feel deserving of it. I don't deserve $1 million. $1 million is such a big number. Oh my God, so much of money. Start thinking like that. If you want $1 million, or if you want $100,000, or even let's start with a smaller number that you're comfortable manifesting. Let's say 50,000, not 100,000. Let's say $50,000, or $10,000, or $10,000 a month, something like that, or even $1,000. See, now 1,000 doesn't seem that much of a difficult thing to manifest than when you say $1 million. This is because of the fact that over time, energy itself is a neutral concept, but over time, humanity and mankind have seen one thing. They've given meaning to $1 different from $1 million. As in, the meaning that has been given to $1 is like, that's cheap, I can afford $1. But when it comes to $1 million, people are like, oh, it's costly, I can't afford it. But in the universe's eyes, everything is infinite. And everything means the same. Everything is neutral. So $1 equals to $1 million, or $1 equals to $100,000. It's only that in our eyes, when we start viewing this difference, we feel like something is very difficult to manifest and something is so easy to manifest. And so whatever we feel that is easy to manifest, like a Coke bottle, like a Pepsi, or a burger, or a $1 from somebody, we know that somehow, somewhere we can get it. We know somehow, somewhere we can get it. And it becomes so easy to manifest. Because the mindset, the meaning, more than mindset, the meaning given to that particular object is like, oh yeah, it's easy to manifest. But when it comes to $100,000, it's like, whoa, that much money? How am I going to manifest it? You see, all those doubts start creeping in. But in the same way, if you take a very rich person, $100,000 is peanuts for him. He'll be like, oh, $100,000, that's easy to manifest. Maybe $1 billion, maybe it might be tough. But then when he thinks that 100,000 is easy to manifest, it just starts coming in through whatever business, whatever he's doing, whatever creations he has created for himself in his reality. It just starts coming through that. He's expecting it in a certain way, $100,000. Because the meaning that he's given $100,000 is equivalent to the meaning that he's given $1 for us, like for the people who are not a billionaire. You see? So the universe says everything is neutral. You can have whatever you want, Kris. You can have whatever you want, everything is neutral. But then our human conditioning and saying this is expensive and this is cheap and we can have this and we cannot have this, and all these things jumble up and come in. And when we start seeing numbers, we start seeing them with different meanings. What I'm trying to say here is, if we choose to understand that even the $100,000 can be achievable, and it's not much of a big number, and it's a small number, and when we are selling our product, or when we are selling something, or when we are asking for money for our product, our value, our services, whatever it is, when we are earning money, if we think like, when we are confident in the number that we are with, you know, like my sessions are $234 a session currently for one session. But if I'm like, oh my God, $234, this is so difficult, no one is going to take my sessions, it is very, very expensive, which a lot of people, most people think, many people think, then I'm not going to get the session. I should be able to understand that $234 is something like $1. And if I start giving it that meaning, if I approach it with that vibe that I am worthy of 100 times $234, I can get 100 sessions for 200, because that $234 is nothing. Nothing. A car costs about $30,000 or $40,000. $234 is nothing. So if I see that in that aspect, if I start giving that meaning that this is achievable, this is possible, this is easy, it's very easy, and I'm very much deserving of it just because I'm a part of the universe, then that thing is going to start coming in more easily, more easily, more easily, because you're starting to give the meaning. You've been giving $1, you're giving that meaning to the $100,000, or you're giving that meaning to the $10,000. But I understand over the years people have understood money, and for generations after generations after generations after generations after generations, we have looked at money different. We have looked at $1 different from $1 million. That is true, that is fine. So when you're starting to manifest bigger amounts of money, you can start slowly. You can start with 1,000, then 10,000, then 100,000. Start with the number that feels comfortable to your heart. As in, this is possible for me. This I can understand. This I can manifest. This is easy. I deserve this. Just by being me, I deserve this. Just by simply existing as a part of the universe, this is something I deserve. Start with that small number. Start with that number that is comfy to you, comfortable to you. And when it's comfortable to you, then you can go into the bigger number. Or you can also start directly with the bigger number. And when you're starting with a bigger number, you'll feel like showing up like somebody who's actually earning $1 million. You will feel like showing up like somebody who's actually earning $100,000. You'll feel like showing up like somebody who's earning $10,000 a month. You see, each person, the person who's earning $10,000, the person who's earning $100,000, the person who's earning $1 million, all of them look at life in a very different way. All of them look at life, the money of the meaning that they earn, they look at it in a very different way. They look at it in a way that for each person, that number might be different. For the 1 million guy, $10,000 might be peanuts. For the 100,000 guy who's earning $100,000, $200 may be peanuts. And for the guy who's earning 10,000, he might be like, yeah, $200 for this particular thing is pretty expensive. Why not it be $100 instead of $200? You see, so the meaning that you give each number has a lot of strength in it. And so you want to change this meaning in order to start manifesting bigger numbers and bigger money. You can even take out the word bigger and trash it. You just start giving the meaning appropriately for the thing that you want to manifest. And that's why I say also, when you're starting to manifest, go with a number that feels comfortable to you at that moment. Because when you manifest that number and when the number comes in easily, you will at least feel that you are worth that number. And then you can manifest for a bigger number after that. You see? Or else if you want to start, there's no harm going directly for the bigger number, but then you have to remember that you have to vibration shift. As in, you have to shift to the vibration of that guy who thinks, oh, $100,000 is peanuts. You see? And it really is like $1 million. There are a lot of houses in LA that cost $1 million, and in order to get a house, you need $1 million, so it's not much. You can start seeing it that way. Okay, so the universe is saying $1 equals to $1 million, or $1 equals to $100,000. All numbers are the same. Everything is neutral. When you enter the earth, everything is neutral. Then when you start seeing the people, then it becomes different. Because of what the people's opinions are and how much you can earn and what you're worthy of, and all this human conditioning starts coming in, right? So the universe is saying $1 equals to $1 million. Which one are you gonna choose? If you like this video, like, subscribe, share, hit the bell notification. And I'm a spiritual life coach. I do spiritual life coaching sessions. I'm going to put the links right here. You can click on flow.page/Krishwan or flow.page/The Awakened Reality and book a session with me. And you can also DM me, book a session with me. And I have a WhatsApp group. Okay, it's a bubbling WhatsApp group, and it's a high vibrational WhatsApp group. I also post high vibrational content on a regular basis. And I'm going to put the link right here so that you can join the WhatsApp group and be a part of this group. Just by being in the group, you'll feel like empowered. You'll feel like listening to all of it. That's about it. Bye.